Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're tuning into this, I know you've got big dreams. You aren't just here to figure out how the world works, right? You actually want to build the next version of it. So today, I'm going to step into the role of your mentor. We are going to look at this totally fascinating blueprint for taking those massive, world-changing ideas in your head and turning them into real, tangible technological breakthroughs. We're unpacking the whole philosophy of Habesha Empower. This is essentially a roadmap for collaborative tech projects. And hey, this isn't just dry theory. It's a mindset. It's a mindset specifically designed for young innovators who are absolutely ready to make their mark.
Okay, let's dive into this. There's a pretty hard truth we need to face right off the bat. True success, it's not just about knowing what success is or talking about it constantly. It's definitely not just narrating the lives of other people who are already crushing it. I mean, think about how easy it is to just read up on the latest tech founders, endlessly scroll through their updates, or talk about what somebody else is building. It's easy, right? But this roadmap demands something completely different. It requires you to have the active, undeniable self-confidence to actually stand up and say, I will get there. We are going to achieve this together. It's all about living for our purpose and taking actual, real action. You got to step out of the audience and literally get onto the stage.
Section 1. Acquiring knowledge and skills. Let's get into it.
So the absolutely crucial thing here is understanding this exact progression. Seriously, you cannot skip steps here. We've got a very specific chronological path for the modern innovator. Step 1 is to learn and acquire knowledge. You just have to do the grueling foundational work. There are no shortcuts. Then, step 2, adapt to the times. Because, let's face it, you can't build tomorrow's technology using yesterday's context. Think about it. The absolute best coders from 20 years ago, they had to completely reinvent their skill sets for the cloud and AI eras. You have to understand the specific needs, the challenges, and the tools of the modern era. And honestly, only then do you reach step 3, which is innovate. True innovation is basically the culmination of deep learning that's been applied to modern, real-world conditions.
Now, let me be incredibly clear with you about something, because this is kind of a non-negotiable rule of our roadmap. The future belongs to the youth who learn, acquire knowledge, adapt to the times, and innovate. The future is not just randomly handed out, you know. It is explicitly reserved for young people who actually follow those foundational steps. If you are willing to put in the late nights, the hard work to learn and adapt, man, the future is completely yours to shape. You are the ones who are going to hold the keys to all of this.
Moving on to Section 2. Local identity meets modern tech.
Now, what's really interesting about this next concept is how this equation acts as the absolute beating heart of our entire roadmap, Habesha E-Power. It represents the perfect marriage of two incredibly powerful forces. On one side, you have Habesha. That represents ancient identity, local roots, and deeply ingrained cultural wisdom. And then on the other side, you've got Empower, which stands for the raw, almost limitless potential of modern technology. When you combine the two of them, you don't just get a cool product, you get purpose-driven innovation. You get technology that actually means something deeply to the people using it because it's built on a rock-solid foundation of genuine identity.
So where exactly does this ancient spirit of innovation need to be applied today? Well, we are focusing on these specific cutting-edge fields: science, technology, and artificial intelligence. And look, these aren't just trendy buzzwords. These are the arenas where the real breakthroughs are happening right this second. Just imagine, for example, training a brand new AI model not just on generic scraped internet data, but on the rich, nuanced linguistic history of your specific region. We're challenging you to take your totally unique identity and let it inspire completely new approaches in AI and scientific research. It's about bringing your whole self into the laboratory and into the code base. Because ultimately, applying technology for true knowledge, it isn't just about writing really elegant code or maximizing some corporate profit margin. We have to remember that as members of this group, we've got to use technology for noble purpose. It's really about becoming a bright hope for ourselves, for our families, and for our country. When your tech projects are anchored in your local identity and they're aimed at a genuinely noble purpose, you elevate your entire community. You basically become a beacon of progress.
Which brings us to Section 3, the power of teamwork.
And this brilliantly illustrates a timeless saying that is absolutely central to this roadmap. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I mean, sure, if you want to build some tiny prototype over the weekend fueled by nothing but energy drinks and sheer willpower, lock yourself in a room. You will absolutely go fast. But if you want to build a platform that redefines artificial intelligence for your entire country, if you want to create a lasting, massive technological impact, you need a united team. You have to go together.
So this brings us to a highly practical checklist for your next collaborative tech project. Here are your 4 mandates, all right? First up, leverage technology. Use the crazy powerful tools at your disposal to amplify your reach. Second, create together. And I mean true collaboration here. In fact, research even shows that diverse, culturally rooted teams actually solve complex problems significantly faster than homogeneous ones. Third, connect with one another. You've got to build real, human relationships within your team to foster unbreakable trust. And fourth, work for results. Always keep your eyes on that noble purpose we talked about and deliver actual, tangible impact.
All of this brings us to our ultimate rallying cry. We are success, let us move forward. We are Habesha Empower. Seriously, feel the energy in that statement. This is the exact moment you transition from being a passive learner to an active, relentless doer. It's a collective declaration of your capability and your readiness. It's the realization that the power to innovate has literally been inside your team all along, just waiting to be unleashed. So I want to leave you with this final, truly vital question based on our roadmap today. We know the future belongs to the youth who learn, adapt, and innovate, right? And we know the blueprint requires marrying your cultural roots with modern technology and choosing to go far together as a team. So look inward and then look out to the people around you. How will you use your identity to innovate our future together? Go find your team. Start building your legacy today. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I honestly can't wait to see what you all build.